Buckle up, history buffs. Ancient Egypt, a land of pyramids, pharaohs, and mysteries waiting to be unraveled. From the sands of time, some truly bizarre discoveries have surfaced, leaving us wondering about the secrets our ancestors kept hidden. Today, we're on a thrilling adventure to uncover the 10 strangest things ever discovered in this enigmatic civilization. So let's get started. Let's uncover one of ancient Egypt's biggest secrets, the life of its incredible workforce. For ages, people thought pyramid builders were treated like slaves, but that's not entirely true. We now know Egyptian laborers weren't chained in chains or forced to work against their will. They were actually skilled workers paid fairly above a basic living wage and given amazing benefits. Take Dur el Medina, an entire village built specifically for these hardworking folks who constructed the grand tombs in the Valley of the Kings. Can you believe it? Each worker had their own spacious house with multiple rooms and a kitchen. Talk about luxury. Imagine living like royalty. These ancient Egyptians were given the crème de la crème of food, ensuring they stayed fit and healthy throughout their lives. Plus, you'd find signs of a proper law enforcement system in place, making this village super secure. Fast forward to ancient Egypt's ultimate symbol of power, pyramids. You'd think only one person could call one of these majestic structures home. But guess what? That's about to be turned upside down with the next mind-blowing discovery. Buckle up, history enthusiasts. In Dashur, archaeologists made a mind-blowing discovery: 2 pyramids bearing Pharaoh Amenemhet's name, only 2,000 feet apart. Now, you'd think this is pretty standard, but here's the wild part. Amenemhet ruled for just 2 years and wasn't exactly a major player in Egypt's timeline. Plus, most of his belongings were already found in an earlier discovered pyramid. So, what's the story behind this second pyramid? As it turns out, it was actually Pharaoh Amenemhet's daughter inside, not him. But that's still not the craziest part. She didn't even own this pyramid initially. A different pharaoh had claimed it as their own. Get ready for a mind-blowing moment from history. For centuries, we thought we knew all about Egypt's grand pyramids and powerful pharaohs, but here's the thing. We actually had no idea what life was like behind those majestic walls. Most stories about ancient Egyptians were written by outsiders, not the Egyptians themselves, and that's because their language remained a total mystery. But everything changed when Napoleon's army stumbled upon this incredible artifact in 1799, a stone with texts in 3 languages: Egyptian hieroglyphs, Greek, and another unknown script. It took linguists fluent in Greek to crack the code, linking the familiar Greek text to the strange symbols of Egypt, finally unlocking the secrets of their ancient language. Get ready to level up your ancient Egyptian history game. Uncovering the secrets of their language was a major breakthrough, giving us a treasure trove of info about this fascinating civilization. And now, imagine going beyond the legendary tomb of King Tut, an already mind-blowing find from the early 1900s that left everyone speechless with its opulence and pristine condition. But here's the scoop: Egyptologists are buzzing about another tomb they claim is even more incredible than Tut's. Imagine stumbling upon a tomb so epic it's like something out of a fantasy movie. This is the tomb of the Silver Pharaoh, and this guy, Pharaoh Susanasai, took luxury to a whole new level when he was laid to rest in a mind-blowing silver sarcophagus. Talk about VP treatment. Despite his lavish burial, we don't know much about Susanna's rule, which only adds to the mystery. It's as if this powerful pharaoh vanished into thin air, leaving behind just his name and an extraordinary tomb that screams, "I was someone big." This incredible find is a sobering reminder that there are still so many untold stories hidden in ancient Egypt's sands, waiting for us to uncover them. Imagine you're an Egyptian living thousands of years ago, and when your time on Earth comes to an end, you've got one shot at becoming a mummy, if you want to make it to the afterlife. Well, it wasn't exactly like choosing between a VIP pass or general admission. Only the wealthiest and most powerful folks in ancient Egypt could afford this special treatment. The regular people. They were often laid to rest right in the sand, with no fancy wrapping or preservatives to help them last. But some Egyptians saw mummification as an absolute must for their journey beyond the grave. Fast forward to 1907, when archaeologists stumbled upon a tiny sarcophagus that's roughly the size of your favorite shoebox. Talk about a snug fit. Imagine stumbling upon an ancient secret. Inside one of Egypt's hidden tombs, archaeologists discovered the tiny remains of what was likely a miscarried fetus, preserved for over 3,000 years. This precious find, no bigger than 16 weeks old, had its teeny arms crossed just like adult mummies were laid to rest. It's a powerful reminder that even back then, ancient Egyptians held fetuses in high esteem. Now, let's dive into our next mind-blowing stop, the Valley of the Golden Mummies. Get this, a necropolis isn't just any old cemetery. It's an expertly planned burial ground, designed like a city, and its name translates directly to the City of the Dead. Get ready to uncover one of ancient Egypt's most jaw-dropping secrets. You might have heard of the famous Valley of the Kings, but there's another hidden gem that will blow your mind: the Valley of the Golden Mummies. In the mid-90s, the incredible archaeologist Zahi Hawass led a team that stumbled upon an astonishing treasure trove of over 250 golden mummies in this valley. As they dug deeper, more and more of these glittering finds popped up, with some mummies surprisingly well preserved. Zahi estimated that there's a staggering 10,000 mummies buried here, the largest collection in all of Egypt. Imagine ancient Egypt's Great Pyramid construction site as a high-stakes competition where different teams, kind of like units or gangs, went head-to-head. These workers formed strong bonds with their teammates and started feeling a sense of pride and belonging. This rivalry was so intense that they began to express themselves in ways we still see today, like street artists tagging buildings. And guess what? We've found some ancient tags on the pyramids. One says Friends of Khufu Gang, while another boasts about the Drunks of Menkaure. This friendly competition might be why these structures are so incredibly grand and impressive. It pushed the workers to go above and beyond. Get this, ancient Egyptian art is full of people rocking what looks like tiny coffee cups on their heads. These headcones or nemes are seen in many artworks, but here's the kicker: not a single one has been discovered during excavations. It's left us wondering if these cones were actually worn by Egyptians or just an artist's creative choice. Get ready for a mind-blowing archaeological twist. In the city of Akhenaten, excavators uncovered an astonishing secret. Two ordinary laborers from the lower class had something truly unique. Not in their skills or daily lives, but in how they were buried. On each of their coffins, there were two distinctive headcones, objects that sparked wild theories over the years: mystical halos, sadistic torture devices, or even magical amulets. But hold on to your seats, because science just debunked those myths. These headcones are simply an ancient fashion statement. Imagine stumbling upon an entire hidden metropolis while digging for something else. That's exactly what happened to these archaeologists near Luxor in 2020. They started with one tiny dig site, but ended up uncovering a massive lost city that just kept growing and growing, until they finally revealed it in 2021, calling it the most epic ancient Egyptian find since King Tut's tomb. This mind-blowing Aten city is the biggest of its kind from back then, named after Akhenaten's one and only god. It's like a time capsule that just keeps giving, with 7 distinct neighborhoods, a meat stash that'll make your mouth water, fresh bread straight from ancient ovens, and even an early security system to keep things locked down. Get ready for a royal mystery. Queen Hatshepsut ruled ancient Egypt like a total boss. She built grand temples, had successful trade missions, and left an unforgettable legacy. But here's the crazy part: her tomb was discovered in the early 1900s, and everyone thought they'd finally found her remains. They even found mummies, but one of them turned out to be her childhood nurse. The other mysterious mummy, well, it still hasn't been identified as Queen Hatshepsut, leaving us with a big question mark over one of history's most fascinating female leaders. In the year 2005, archaeologists stumbled upon an extraordinary find: a mysterious box containing some surprising relics from Hatshepsut's world. Among them were organs and a tooth that would rewrite history books forever. By comparing these remains with those of a mummy discovered nearly a century ago, thought to be her wet nurse, scientists conducted DNA testing that left everyone stunned. The supposed wet nurse was none other than Queen Hatshepsut herself in disguise. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in the very next video, where we dive deeper into this fascinating topic. Keep it locked right here to stay ahead of the curve.